fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver, the Lone Ranger. Before the coming of the railroad, supplies were carried to the settlers in the western United States by great canvas-topped freight wagons. The men who drove these wagons followed well-marked trails, but they were always faced with the danger of attack from hostile Indians or outlaws. Against savages and gunmen, their best protection was the masked rider of the plains. No one could match his strength and courage, and it was his daring and resourcefulness that preserved the vital lifeline of the early West. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver! We're heading for the Overland Trail. There's going to be trouble. Hail, Silver! Hooray!
Our story opens in the little frontier town of Coyote Run, a town on the Overland Trail between the Mississippi and California. Into the dusty main street raced a freighter with an empty wagon. He was a tremendous man, almost as broad as he was tall. He wore a black, bushy beard, and his eyes were sharp and cruel. The loungers in front of the Blue Star Cafe saw him coming.
Brewster, Curly Brewster. He's close.
Hey, you hombres. Better run for cover. Curly Brewster just pulled up in front.
Brewster.
Yep, Curly Brewster. Bartender, you better get them bottles off the bar. You know the way Curly uses that bullwhip is.
Yeah, mister, you don't have to stop. That's me, Curly Brewster. This here's my whip. Stay away from that bar. See that glass in the other end, 20 feet away? Now watch. Busted to smithereens. Now I come here for a reason. You, Leach.
Yeah, Brewster?
Into the back room. Mortar, Snake, you two, Calloway, get moving. I want to talk to you, hombres.
Not me, Curly. Leave me out of
I
it.
said trail along, Calloway. Go on.
All right, Curly. Speak your piece. You ain't in town for nothing.
No, Leach, it came for you gents. I got a little proposition how we can all make some cash. I need men who wear their guns strapped low. Gunfighting men. I knew I'd find you.
Cash, huh? Reckon that's agreeable with me.
Suits me, too. The telegraph company is letting out a contract to haul some freight out from the end of the line to where they're going to make the next base camp.
You're going after the job?
Yeah, sort of.
Well, that's different. I figured you was up to one of your crooked schemes.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I reckon I can handle a freight good as the next. If you have trouble with engines, I can shoot as well.
We'll have trouble, all right, Calloway, but not with engines.
Huh?
And what's more, I don't have any scruples about whether a job's honest or not. Savvy what I mean?
You said you...
Somebody's already got that contract, Calloway. I aim to take it away from them.
Oh. Like I figured in the first place. Well, what I said before goes, Brewster. Count me out.
Now, wait a minute.
I ain't waiting. I'm leaving.
Then you better go for your guns.
Huh?
You're wearing guns, Calloway. If you want to get out, shoot your way out.
Why, you... Keno, Brewster. Put down that bull whip.
I don't have to put it down. I can hold the bull whip and draw with the other hand.
I'm getting out, Curly.
Try it.
I'm going to draw.
I'm waiting.
You asked for it. Look out. Oh.
My whip knocked the gun right out of your hand, Calloway.
My hand.
Holster that shooting iron. No more talk of quitting, savvy. You're going with me because I say so. Besides, Calloway, there's a little matter of a bank robbing back in Tucson, remember?
Who told you about that?
I got ways of finding out things, Calloway.
I've been riding straight and narrow since then.
Yeah, well, you do like I tell you, or I might inform the marshal you're wanted, savvy.
That was a mistake. I never meant to pull any crooked
You'll
deal.
join up or you'll go to jail.
All right, Curly. Reckon there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, now you're being smart. All right, you gents, now here's the proposition.
Brewster, wait. Somebody at the window.
Huh?
I caught a glimpse of him. An Indian.
Yeah, there he is. Missed out the back.
There he goes.
He's out of range.
Yeah, riding fast and far. Well, let him go. We scared him plenty.
Get him up, Scout.
That's Tonto, Silver. Come on, boy. Tonto, what did you find out?
Me come from Coyote Run. Me watch Brewster.
What happened to your stirrup leather? A bullet?
It come plenty close.
I should have been there with you, Kimosabe.
It all right. Tonto and Scout get away fast.
They poured lead after you. You must have learned something.
Me hear him.
Yes?
Curly Brewster. Him get men. Him say something about telegraph company.
Go on.
Something about contract to haul freight from end of wire to new camp.
I see. What else?
Not all. Then come shots.
They saw you then?
It's
still good enough, Kimosabe. At least we have some idea of Brewster's plan.
Him say him get contract for himself.
And someone else has that contract now.
And what we do?
We're heading west for the telegraph company's camp. We'll find out more about this when we get there. Follow me.
It's plenty far.
And all the more reason for traveling fast. Come on. The telegraph company is near Iron Top Mountain.
Get him up, Scout.
Come on, Silver.
Got a string wire all the way over the mountain, through that sage and brush and cactus. Whoa, boy, whoa. Whoa there. Look at this telegraph pole. Why, the thing's shaky. Yeah, it isn't in solid. I'll have to check on that when I get back
Stevens.
to it. Huh?
Don't reach for your guns. We're friends.
Who's that talking? I can't see you none to... A masked man.
We saw you in the light of the flares. We heard the men talking to you, and that's how we learned your name.
Mister, if you're a road agent, you're the coolest outlaw I ever met. All I gotta do is let out a beller, and there'll be a dozen men swarming down on you.
Oh, we not outlaws.
That's easy to say, Injun. I'd advise you not to meddle with the telegraph company.
Stevens, all we want is information.
About what, for instance?
You're setting up an advance camp on the other side of Iron Mountain, aren't you?
Yeah.
Who's freighting your supplies out there?
Mister, the contract's already handed out.
To whom?
Now, hold on. You think I'm loco enough to tell you so we can get together a band of men and rob the freight?
That's exactly what's going to happen, but it won't be us. Did you ever hear of Curly Brewster?
Yeah, I heard of him. He's a freighter and one I don't much cotton to. I can tell you this much. It ain't Brewster who's hauling our freight.
Stevens, Brewster intends to get that contract. All I want to know
Now
is
listen, mister. All I care about is the telegraph line. Who you are don't interest me one bit, outlaw or not. Just so long as you don't bother us. But, mister, you're coming mighty close to being bothersome right now.
Will you tell me this? Are you sending men to guard that freight?
I can't spare 'em. We got to string 10 miles of wire a day, and we're working every minute to do it.
Not bad.
Then you've got to believe me. Brewster has some scheme up his sleeve. and
Kimosabe! What in blazes?
That pole is coming down.
Look out! Let go of me!
Look out!
Mister, you saved my hide. If you hadn't yanked my horse out of the way, that pole would have hit us square. It's that confounded rocky ground. Can't set him in deep enough.
Stevens, I'm still asking for information.
Huh? Oh, yeah, the freighting job. Mister, I reckon I can tell you. Turnabout's fair play.
You can count on us.
I reckon I know that now. You came from the east?
Yes.
Keno. Head back the way you came. Just beyond the town of Prairie, you'll see a setup. Fellow named Rockwell owns it.
He's the freighter?
Yep, Rockwell. He's got the contract. But unless he delivers the goods in specified time, he loses it.
That's all I want to know.
You're leaving?
Brewster may already be at that ranch. We'll have to hurry. Goodbye and thanks. Come on, boy.
Adios. Get him up.
Adios. Good luck.
Faster, Silver! Faster!
See the Rockwell Ranch yet, Brewster?
No, I don't. Now, there it is, across that gully. Rain up there. Calloway.
Yeah?
You and Leach are riding to the ranch. You're hitting Rockwell for a job, helping to haul freight.
You already told us.
I'm making positive you get it straight.
I reckon there won't be no trouble about getting jobs, huh, Curly?
No, I reckon not. Good thing we met those two freighters of his back in the town of Prairie. All I had to do was shake my bullwhip at them, and they changed their minds about working for Rockwell.
Yeah. The way they started traveling, they might be halfway back to Coyote Run by now. Took us 2 days.
That's enough powwow. Get going.
Come on, Calloway.
And don't forget, you two. Act nice and natural all the way out in the trail till the time comes, savvy?
Don't fret. We'll do it right.
If we get the jobs in the first place.
You'll get the jobs. And there's the ranch. Go ahead.
Dan, there's 2 riders pulled up outside.
Who's the shorty it takes? Did they come back from town?
I know who it is. That string's out. Come on in.
We're looking for a man named Rockwell.
Speaking.
My name's Leach. This here's Calloway.
Howdy, Mr. Rockwell.
Howdy.
We just come from Prairie. Met a couple of gents named Tex and Shorty. Said they used to work for you.
Used to. Why, them ornery waddies, they still do.
Not when we saw 'em, mister. They were heading east. They, told us something about how you might be needing 2 men to help you haul a load of freight.
Well, I'll be it. Sure, them 2 skunks just pulled up and walked out on me.
I'd never thought of 'em, Dan.
Me neither. Just goes to show. You can't
Well-
be sure of nothing.
How about it?
Eh?
Was that straight? Do you need us?
Mister, I sure do. Can you ride? Can you handle a gun?
We can do the job. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Dan, it's the answer to your prayers. You won't be short-handed now.
Well, gents, you're hired. By this time tomorrow, we'll be on our way. Get up there, horses. Get up.
You're making right good time, Dan.
I'd feel a heap safer if you hadn't insisted on coming along, Sarah.
Now, you wouldn't have wanted me to stay back at the ranch all alone, would you? What could happen to the wagons anyway?
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Leach, Calloway, don't lag behind.
We're with you.
Yeah, we gotta move along faster. Fulfill this contract job.
We're staying right behind you. Don't worry. We'll keep this wagon moving all right. Calloway.
Yeah?
Things are working out fine. By the time we get halfway around the mountain, Curly will be waiting for us.
Yeah.
With him and the gang attacking from the side and us working with them right in the wagons, won't be anything left of Rockwell's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sound overjoyed, Calloway. Why, it's going to be a plumb line cinch. Rockwell won't be able to deliver. Curly Brewster gets the business for himself just as easy as it...
Rockwell!
Hey, what? Who are those hombres? A masked man and a redskin.
I don't know. Leach, that masked hombre. He's the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger... Grab your gun. Here comes Rockwell. Don't say a word about the Lone Ranger, not a word. Rockwell!
Leach, those 2 gents coming after us.
One of them's masked. They must be outlaws.
Yeah, shoot. Don't let them get close.
Wait, don't shoot. We're friends.
Get away before we drop you.
Him not know us, Kemosabe. What we do? Maybe shoot gun from hand, huh?
No, Tonto. There's a woman with him. We'll have to find some other...
Kemosabe. That man with gun. Him one of Brewster's men.
What?
Me see him through window back in town.
That settles it, Tonto. We can't ride up on them now. It'll put the woman in danger. We'll have to find another way. Follow me.
Get him up, Scout.
Come on, Silver.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. When the Lone Ranger and Tonto attempted to warn Dan Rockwell that Curly Brewster intended to wreck his freight wagons and take the telegraph company contract away from him, Rockwell fired as they approached. Rather than risk injuring Dan's wife, the Ranger and Tonto did not return the fire. Instead, they trailed the wagons from a distance.
We're too far away to see them clearly, Tonto. But we can mark Rockwell's position by the dust from his wagons.
Him good driver, huh?
He's making very good time. He has to. Otherwise, he loses the contract.
Him head more south now.
He's going around Iron Mountain. The new advance camp for the telegraph company will be on the far side.
Ah.
Any sign of Brewster?
Tonto not see any.
Yet he has at least one of his men right in working with Rockwell. That means Brewster got to Rockwell's ranch before we returned from the end of the wire. Wherever Brewster means to attack, he'll be aided by those traders.
That's right.
We've got to locate Brewster, Tonto. We don't even know how many men he has with him.
3, maybe 4.
I was back in Coyote Run. He'd easily pick up a dozen more gunfighters on the way out here. We've got to know.
We leave wagons?
Yes, Kimosabe. We'll circle around them and ride ahead. We've got to find Brewster.
All right, Braden, we can stop here. Oh, go there. It's dark, but there's enough moon to look toward the east. See those campfires winking way off there?
Rockwell?
Yeah, that's his night camp.
If we can see his campfire, maybe he can see ours.
Oh, I ain't that loco. We rode a little way from the camp, didn't we? We'll take a look back and see for yourself.
I can't see our fires.
Sure not. The curve of the mountain comes in between. How far away you figure Rockwell is?
20 miles?
Nearer 30. This air's so thin you can see twice as far as usual. Yeah, about 30 miles. I reckon Rockwell ought to be right down below us about sundown tomorrow.
About?
Yeah. We got a dozen men, Braden. Rockwell's got 2 beside himself. Of course, I'm not counting Leach and Calloway.
3 against 15.
You count 'em right. We'll let 'em camp, savvy? My boys will stay well hidden. After a while, when Rockwell is getting good and sleepy and they ain't expecting nothing, we come riding down off this mountain, whooping and hollering.
Like redskins?
Yeah, Braden, like redskins. We shoot his horses, burn his wagons, and before he knows what hit him, we're gone, savvy? He'll never know what hit him.
Suppose he has time to reach his gun?
He may reach it, but he'll never shoot it. Then I get that freighting contract. As for poor Rockwell, he had the misfortune of running into Indians.
It's a good scheme, Curly.
It can't miss. Tomorrow night. Let's get back to camp.
Get up.
Get up.
Tomorrow night. You heard, Tonto?
Me here.
15 men against 3. Dan Rockwell's wife.
Them not have chance.
If we leave now, we can get to Rockwell's wagons just around dawn. Quiet, Tonto. We mustn't make any noise or Brewster will hear us.
Who's that? Dan, wake up. Listen.
Rockwell.
That you done. Stand still, mister. My finger's on the trigger.
My hands are high. I'm not moving. For your own good, please be quiet.
Wait till I clamp it down. Close enough to... You're masked.
Rockwell, you're in trouble.
You're masked. You're the hombre who tried to attack my wagons back on the trail.
I'm not an outlaw, and I didn't try to attack.
Not true.
Your engine part with you.
Dan, he's got something to say. I got a feeling you better listen.
Tonto and I rode all night to warn you. Curly Brewster has a band of 15 men hidden up on the slope of Iron Mountain, ready to ambush you.
Oh.
What's that?
What's more, 2 of your men are in with him.
Dan, Leach and Calloway.
I don't know their names, but
If it's anybody, it's them. They joined up at the last minute.
Rockwell, you've got to turn back. You can't fight them.
I can't turn back.
You've got to.
Brewster got plenty men and plenty guns.
I can't turn back. Unless I deliver this freight on time, I lose the contract. I gotta go through.
Can you go some other way?
There's no other trail that's shorter, mister. Dan goes this way or you'll be too late, no matter what.
I gotta take my chances. That's all there is to it.
Woman go too?
I've been married to Dan for 15 years, Injun. We've been together all the while. I'm not leaving him now, least of all when he's heading for trouble.
I know there's no use arguing with you, Sarah.
Nary a particle.
Well, that's it. I reckon it's apt to be the end of the trail. Mister, we thank you kindly for the warning. We gotta go through. We'll try not to get beat, but come Brewster, savages, floods, or high water, this freight goes through.
All right, Rockwell. That leaves only one chance. It's a chance I have to take. Tonto, you stay here, ride with the freighters.
And where you go?
I haven't time to explain. It's a long ride, and I've got to make it. Keep an eye on Leach and Calloway.
Me watching. Them not try anything.
Go ahead the way you planned, Rockwell. Make camp tonight at the foot of Iron Mountain. It's
humanly possible. I'll be back there before Brewster attacks.
Masked man, where you going?
I'm going to bring help. I'm going to get the telegraph men. Come on, Silver. It's up to you, old boy. Faster, Silver.
The great white stallion lunged across the prairie, his silver-shod hooves thudding on the hard ground. The Lone Ranger leaned forward in the stirrups, bent low. Silver's wind-swept mane close to his grim face as he urged him on.
Come on, Silver. Cover the ground, old boy. We're racing against time. Faster, Silver. Hi-yo, Silver! Away!
The sun crept higher and higher as the great stallion responded to the urgings of his master. Faster and faster, on and on without a stop, without a pause in the thunder of his hoofs. Until finally, just as the telegraph men were busy with their noonday meal.
Stephen! Stephen!
Well, I'll be doggone you.
Stevens, I need 5 men. I need them now.
You got your nerve about you, masked man. I told you
There's
once.
no time to argue. Brewster has 15 men hidden on the flank of Iron Mountain. Rockwell is going to be attacked tonight.
You said
I said it before, but now I'm positive. Rockwell only has 3 men to help him, and his wife is with him.
His wife? You mean Brewster's
Brewster
going to
doesn't care who gets hurt. He means to attack. Nothing will stop him.
My gravy, mister, this makes things different. Did you stop Rockwell?
Rockwell refused to turn back. He's got a schedule to meet.
Consarn fool.
Have you got horses? Have you got 5 men who'll go along with me?
It can't be done, mister. Your horse can make it, but we ain't got horses can travel that fast.
You can make it if we go over the mountain.
Over? You mean straight over the top?
Are you willing? It's the only chance there is.
But we never tried climbing that mountain.
Then we'll try it now. We've got to.
What do you say, boys?
Yes, of course.
All right, masked men, you got company. Bring those horses.
Take your guns.
No, not all of you. Henning, Gilroy, Wheeler, and Prentice, that's all. The rest of you keep stringing that wire.
That's only 4.
What about me? I'm not staying behind, mister. Not by a long sight.
All ready? In your saddles. Follow me. Over the mountain.
Come on, horse.
Over that rock. Up, Silver. This way. Around this side.
Masked man, it's getting on towards sundown. We're nowhere near the top yet.
We'll make it.
There's a cliff here. We can't go over
Then
it.
we'll circle around it. We're getting over this mountain.
Steady, horse. Another couple of hours and the sun will set. Rockwell will start making camp. Brewster will be getting up right above him, just getting ready to let fly.
We'll make it, Stevens. We've got to make it. Come on, Silver. You see him again, Braden?
No, the wagons went behind that shoulder of rock. There they come.
Yeah, coming right below us. All right, Braden, back to the boys. Keep backing out of sight. Might start looking up the mountain.
Rockwell's making good time.
Yeah. He'd had that contract right in his pocket if nothing held him up. That's where we come in.
He's got 3 wagons.
He'll have none before I'm through with him.
We got it easy.
Ain't nothing to go wrong at all. Here we are. Whoa there. Me and Braden just seen them, boys. They'll make camp right below us. All we got to do is wait until just about dark.
Injun, why not try my plan instead of the one your pa had mentioned?
No, we do what masked friends say.
Why not make a break for it? Instead of stopping here, we drive right on through before Brewster knows what we're up to.
No, Dan. The engine's right.
You run, you not have chance. Brewster him got horse. Go faster than wagon. Better we wait.
Masked man said he'd be back.
He ain't back by dark. We're done for. This way, we can at least have a run for
Dan,
it.
I trust the masked man.
Him never fail afore.
It's always the first time, Injun, but, well, all right. I reckon we might as well play our cards out. What about Leach and Calloway?
You not tell 'em.
No, Injun. They don't know they're suspected.
You leave it to Tonto. Me watch 'em good.
Keno, and this is it. We're making camp here. Stop the wagons.
If you want us to, Rockwell, me and Calloway will scout around the firewood while it's still light.
Yeah, Leach. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, come on, Calloway. You don't suspect a thing, Calloway.
What about that Injun?
Just a wandering redskin, that's all.
I ain't sure. That Injun back in Coyote Run, the one we fired shots at, he had a paint horse, too.
There's plenty of paint horses and plenty of Indians. Besides, if this Indian knew what we was up to, he'd have warned Rockwell already. They wouldn't let us wander around, would they?
I don't know.
You're just looking for alibis.
Brewster forced me into this. It's none of my liking.
But you'll do it, Savvy. Because if you don't, you'll die with the rest of them. Now, come on, let's get that firewood and get back to the wagons. As soon as it's dark, Curly's going to attack, and we got to be around to help him.
What's eating you, Calloway? I kind of nervous.
Huh?
You're always looking around. Expecting trouble?
Don't pay him no mind, Rockwell. He's worried about Injuns.
No Injun war party near here.
Sure not. He's just worried.
No, I've had enough.
What in the world?
I can't go through with it. Rockwell, you're going to be attacked any second.
He's loco. Don't listen to him.
Brewster's got men up the mountain. Me and Leach are supposed to help him wipe you out so you can't get that... There. That's the signal.
Why, you ornery...
You not move. You move and me shoot.
Dan, it's Brewster. He's coming. The masked man nowhere in sight.
Get your guns, Calloway. You gonna help us stand him off?
We ain't got a chance, but I'll fight.
Scatter that fire.
Dan, be careful.
You might as well throw down your guns. You're licked as soon as Brewster gets here.
Him not here yet. We fight as long as... Listen, what's that?
Buster, Silver, Buster!
It's the masked man. Where is he?
We got here in time. He's behind Brewster, coming right down the mountain. Sarah, you hold the gun on this side, Wander Leach?
I sure can.
Not good. We go help mask friend. Your scouts...
Are you with us, Calloway?
Yes, sir.
Mister, you stir a finger and I'll pull this trigger.
Get him up,
Come
scout!
on, boy, get up there.
Aye! We're coming, Tunnel! Move in! Brewster, run for it!
How'd they get behind us? This way!
No, you don't, Brewster!
Oh, my gun hand!
Don't shoot anymore!
You not move. You drop gun.
Reach for the sky, Brewster. I like the gun clean out of my hands. I give up.
Fresh man, you got here just in the nick of time. Well, howdy, Stevens.
Howdy, Rockwell. I guess we can take care of these crooks proper. We got a right good jailhouse back at our main camp.
You came straight over the mountain, didn't you?
We sure did, and you can thank the masked man for that. He led us all the way.
I should have known better than to take a hand against him. Why didn't somebody tell me I was trying to fight the Lone Ranger?
The Lone Ranger? So that's who he is. The Lone Ranger. Stevens, someday I hope I get a chance to meet him again. I want to thank him for all he's done.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.
You've been listening to the OTR Gold Network. Find more classic radio at otrgold.com.